Welcome back again with Art Smith, the CEO of Digerati. Art, it's great to be with you. We're talking about the earnings report this week. How are you doing?
Doing well, Michael. How are you?
Doing great, Art. It's always a pleasure to have you on, especially with an earnings report of this magnitude and the news that you put out this week to discuss. So, can you start by giving us an overall rundown of this latest earnings report? Give us the highlights of this.
Yeah, absolutely. So, really, I want to emphasize the fourth quarter. I think if you read our press release, it's fourth quarter results as well as the fiscal year results for FY 2021. But we're really excited about the fourth quarter because we ended the year really strong. Had revenue increase by 142% from 1.5 million last year to 3.7 or 3.8 million this year. So we witnessed improvements across the board on our P&L. Contribution dollars increased by 170% from 875,000 to 2.4 million. Again, this is a fourth quarter results. And that also resulted in a really good improvement on gross margin, the percentage of revenue. We took that from just a little over 55% to 62%, right? So again, across the board, good numbers. What we're really excited about is how we were able to finish strong with the integration of Nexagy and Active PBX, which were two acquisitions that we made earlier in the fiscal year, right, in November of 2020. And again, our fiscal year ends July 31, right? So that's July 31 of this year, this 2021, which also included a lot of the transactions that you know about, read about that occurred in our second fiscal quarter. So with the Nexagy and Active PBX acquisitions and the successful integration of those two operations, we were able to really improve our OpCo EBITDA, right, as referenced in the press release. So we ended up with a run rate of right at 3.6 million annualized, right, when you take our last quarter, which was 910,000 on just under a million for the quarter. So that's what we're really excited about, right? We're getting the throughput. Obviously, we're getting the revenue, getting the throughput on the contribution dollars, and it's flowing down to the operational EBITDA. And that's really the best measurement, for our business in terms of the core operation, right? On an adjusted basis, in terms of adjusted EBITDA on a consolidated basis, our run rate is right at 2.1 million annualized as well. When you look at the fourth quarter, that was just over 500,000 at $525,000 for the quarter.
All right, fantastic. It was a great quarter, no doubt. You kind of referenced this a little bit and gone around it, but spotlight for us some of the areas that have seen the most significant growth in Q4 for you. What were the business units or the part of the company that was really seeing progress and growth on an intense level?
Yeah, it's our core cloud communication services, right? UCaaS, which has always been our top product line, and that's what we lead with customers. We also provide, as you know, we provide broadband services. We provide business continuity solutions like 4G LTE and others that help our customers maintain a consistent network connection to the internet, right, which is important for what we offer. And then, of course, it's important for a business that essentially lives in the cloud. But UCaaS has been the lead. It's still a large percentage of our overall revenue. It's right at 85% of our overall revenue on any whether you look at it on a quarterly or an annual basis. That's been what it has been for at least a year now. Nexagy and Active PBX, both of those businesses are almost 100% UCaaS. So obviously that's going to contribute even more to the growth of that product line. But as I've always said, we're just operating at an opportune time. Businesses are migrating to the cloud, and the first thing that they look at is their communication system, right? And we're there to help them. So you're going to see continued growth with our UCaaS product line. We do expect in the coming years to see some diversification, but UCaaS is definitely our hot product today, right? And what we really want to continue providing to our customer base.
Excellent. Art, to wrap up here, let's look into the future, take us into the horizon. Where's the bulk of Digerati's focus and investment and real energy going to be spent and taken care of in Q4, or actually leading into the rest of this year, but also as you start your new fiscal year? What are you guys going to be most focused on?
Look, well, as you know, we just started our fiscal year. We're in the first quarter now, and I've made it very clear that we're going to continue to look at strategic and accretive acquisitions, right? Look, what we've accomplished this year just basically demonstrated that we can execute both financially and operationally with the integration of these acquisitions. We still see a very fragmented market out there, littered with regional, local operators that, quite frankly, are doing a better job than the bigger guys, the bigger companies, the national players. at taking care of their customers. And look to see continued acquisitions by the company, right? And again, they're all going to fit a very strict criteria that we have. We're going about it in a very disciplined way, and I know you've heard me say that many times, but we're not going to veer from that, right? We're going to stay disciplined, follow that checklist and that playbook that has been successful for us, and expect to see more of that. We've got a great platform, Michael. We've got just a tremendous business now in Texas and Florida. We went from 731 customers to 2,600 customers, right? And that's about approximately 28,000 users on our platform. So we've got a great platform to build on now. We've proven we can integrate, as I mentioned, but we've also reached some economies of scale, right? And that's going to translate into even more integration savings as we look at future acquisitions. So look for us to do that. We're going to continue to invest in our back office, our technology. We're working on some projects that really help us help our customers in terms of engaging with their customers, right? Their end users, right? Whether it's sales, marketing, taking care of patients, right? Whatever it may be out there, depending on the industry that they're in, we're going to continue to invest in helping our customers engage with their customers, right? And again, that encompasses a multitude of things, but it could be something as simple as integrating with their CRM, right? Their customer relationship management system, or it could be a specialized messaging application that's layered on top of our UCaaS solution. So look for us to do some things there to really differentiate ourselves and help our customers.
Art, we're certainly going to be on the lookout. A lot of things on the horizon, a lot of things coming up, a bright future in front, not a doubt. Art Smith, CEO of Digerati, thank you for joining us and talking us through these things.